Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be unpacking the Fallen Sigmar Statue from the Mortal Realms subscription magazine. Here we go, here's our Fallen Sigmar statue, and if you picked up the original Warcry starter set, then this would have been included in that, and that's such a great set, so much value. But I came to the Warcry game quite late. I didn't start until Warcry Catacombs was released, and so I didn't manage to get this statue. But luckily, the Mortal Realms magazine brought it out in issue 46, so I signed up for that and started at around issue 27 and started getting some of the back orders there, and so I was able to get the statue. So I'm really happy to have this now. Can't wait to get it built and painted. So in this video I'll show you what's included in this Mortal Realms issue 46. We'll build the statue and then you can have a look at it compared to a few miniatures so you can get an idea of the size. I order my subscription from Hatchet Partworks here in the UK, but you can also get them on back order from their website or look at Forbidden Planet, but I've noticed this isn't available anymore. I think the scalpers have got it. It's going to be on eBay, so I think that's the place to find it if you do want it. And I've looked just today on eBay and it's available for around £15–16. So if you haven't got it and want to get it, I think eBay is a good place to go. Okay, so let's get it open and we'll go through all the contents before we get it built. So it's going to be a little bit noisy, this packaging, so let's get this open and get it out of there. And then we can get rid of that wrapping. There we go. So we're going to get this big sprue, big A4 size sprue, and this is looking awesome already. I really love this. I'm so happy to get it. And then we've got the Mortal Realms magazine itself. So let's have a look at the sprue in detail. Then we'll flick through the issue, the magazine that comes with it, see what's included, and then I'll go away, get this built, and then you can have a look at it compared next to some miniatures. So this is looking so good. Right away, that face, the detail is incredible. So let's start there. You can have a real close look. Look at that. That's going to be so amazing painted up. So much texture there to get our dry brush on. And I'll be going with a nice simple technique with this just to make it look and fit in with the buildings I've already done for the ruins. But here we can see we've got that nice textured wooden walkway there. We've got these spikes, got a ladder, more spikes, and then the two pieces of the head, then the face will go in, and a little bit of ruins just to match in with the buildings that came in the Catacombs set and also the original Warcry set. So you can see this is going to be awesome when it's put together. Really great detail in there. And I love the terrain that was included in Catacombs. Brilliant terrain. So there we go. So that's the sprue, this one large sprue. And what I'm going to do is when I build it, I'll do it so that this like little platform and the ladder's not attached, so we can just have the head if we want, or we can put this little platform on it. And here's our issue 46, and this is all designed to fit into a folder, so it's all got the holes punched in it, and these pages also will tear off and come away, so you can see they come away really easily, ready to go in that like binder. So in here we're going to find out about the Fallen Sigmar statue, Slaves to Darkness. It's going to have some core rules and some battle plans. So let's go, let's have a look. And in this issue we're going to see Cities of Sigmar and Vorgarden Hammerhor. We're going to learn about the Slaves to Darkness, the quest for Galmaraz, the Wrath of the War Queen. Then it's going to tell us how to build the statue, how to paint it, and then we're going to look at some core rules, some victory points and objectives tutorial, and closing the gate. So this is really great. I think this whole Mortal Realms subscription was awesome. Because I joined this late as well, I couldn't start from the beginning, and there's only a few that were available on back order for the ones I missed. But I think this would have been a really great way, week by week, to learn the different rules and really get into Age of Sigmar. So I'm wondering if they're going to do something like this for the new edition, and that would be amazing. So I'll be looking out for that really soon. But let's have a little flick through and we can just see, because there's so much good artwork in these. I think it's really great. And you also can find out a bit about the lore and the background and exactly what's going on in the Mortal Realms. So here we're going to find out about the Slaves to Darkness. So I think if you're a fan of Warhammer, and especially the whole lore behind it all, this is really fun to get each month. You know, you get 4 weeks delivered each month, and it really gives you lots of background and lots of fresh images that I don't think you're going to find anywhere else. So really great. And then this is how to build. So it includes all your instructions in here. So nice and easy. So yeah, we're going to build this little platform separately. Looks like the steps can be separate too, so that's great. So don't glue those on. I made a mistake of gluing those onto the bell tower, so I don't want to do that again here. And then you can have all the bits assembled and then just lean this on there as you play. And this is giving us a nice simple like paint guide here. Looks like we're going with a traditional paint guide as you would expect. I'll be using contrast paints and some dry brushing. So if you're interested in that, you can follow along. And I've gone through how to do all the wood painting before, but when I do this statue, I'll include that in that video as well. And then once we've gone there, we've got our finished terrain, all looking great. So I'm still undecided. I was going to do it like to match the colour of the buildings, but I might do it more of a stone colour. I'm not too sure yet. I've also seen some of this done in like a metal effect, and then with the hylac oxide on it. That might be an option too, but I think I'm going to go stone. But I'm just, yeah, maybe go with a stony colour. I'm not sure yet. Right, and now we're looking at battle plans. Then we're starting to look at some rules. A little victory points tutorial. So I think these are really useful. And then scoring victory points. Really taking you through how it all works. And you're even going to get some little tokens in there. Might take a little while to cut all those out. But again, they're there for you. So, you know, you get all these little things in there that I think is really fun. And we get a little battle plan. And then on the back, it always tells you what's going to come in the next ones. But great value in these Mortal Realms subscriptions. Some of the miniatures you get are worth like £20, some even more than that. And bearing in mind, these are only £7.99 per week. That's great value. And on Forbidden Planet, you can get it cheaper than that. I've seen some of them going for £2.99. So I'll put a link in the description if you want to check that out there, because you can really get some cool bargains, and it's definitely worth having a look at. Right, I'm going to go away, get this built, and I'll see you back here in a second. This went together really easily. I just trimmed it all off the sprue in one go and then used a little blade just to trim up all the little pieces that were still left attached. Glued it together, and no time at all, we're all finished. And here is all built, and I've got to say I'm so happy with this. This just looks great, really good size, and you get these three components that you don't glue together, so you keep it all nice and separate. So you've got the head, but there's a little groove in there so that sits really nicely, and that's going to be pretty secure. You just twist it until it feels about right, and then you've got a little ladder here that you can also just prop up and put in place, and then you can use that on some of the other terrain, on the buildings and things like that. So I think for a little piece of terrain, this is awesome. And if you didn't get it in the original Warcry set like me, then I would definitely recommend getting it while it's still available. But yeah, I think the only place really right now is going to be eBay, something like that. So I could definitely recommend getting it, just looking at it here. But let's compare it to some miniatures for size. And I think once this is painted, it's just going to look fantastic. So I'll grab some miniatures and we'll pop them on and we'll have a good look. Here's a selection of different miniatures with all different sizes, just to give you an idea of how this compares. We've got the Heart Eater on the top there, looking awesome, claiming the statue. But even the Kurnoth Hunter, who's quite big, you can see that platform's coming up to about level with the top of his head. Base-wise, he's not going to fit inside it, but you could you could prop him up there if you wanted to. And even with this big base, he can go up the ladder. And then you can just use a little token if you wanted to mark where he is on the ladder during the gameplay. So that works well, but these little ones are perfect. They're just going to slot right in, and then the ladder, like you see with the normal terrain, just going to be able to like hold on to them like that. So these all look really great on here. That can kind of come off easily, I suppose, but you know, during gameplay you could put a little bit of blue tack on it even, and if you were worried about that happening. But I love how they look on here. Let's swap him around for the Great Bray Shaman so you can see him in action. So looking really cool. I mean, this is just perfect, a perfect piece of terrain. I love it, and it's going to look awesome on the battlefield, and we can certainly play this into the narrative with the Untamed Beasts for sure, how they want to kind of bring down civilization, and they claimed this statue, they've trashed it and then built like a crude kind of fort around it. So I love this idea with a little platform on there. But you know, you can take this platform off as well. That doesn't have to stay on. So you can just have it as a statue. So if you maybe wanted this in amongst loads of trees or some other kinds of ruins, and I think that would work really great as a kind of piece of terrain to maybe hide behind. You know, you put this little dude behind there. You've got no line of sight at all to him, so you're not going to see him at all. So that would be a really good piece in maybe a centerpiece in the table. That would work and be really awesome. But I can certainly imagine it with all vines around it, and maybe with this new kind of swampy theme that we've seen recently with Age of Sigmar, we could bring that into Warcry and make a kind of swamp scene with this head statue coming out of it and all vines climbing on it. So that'd be really fun. But there we go. Hopefully that's give you a good idea of the size and how these guys are going to line up against it. And really great piece of terrain. I'm really happy with this. I'll put links to Hatchet Partworks where I get the Mortal Realms subscription, and also put link to Forbidden Planet just so you can have a look and see the ones that you can back order. But again, if you want to get this statue, I think right now eBay is looking like your best bet, but I can highly recommend it. But what do you think? Is this something you'd be interested in getting? And also, what colour should I paint it? I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of edging towards going for a regular stone effect. But what do you think? So I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback. I love reading your comments, so please join in the comments section below. It'd be great to hear from you. If you like this kind of content and would like to support the channel, then please check out my Patreon page. And thanks to everyone who's joined so far. It's really awesome. We hang out on Discord, talk about the hobby, share ideas and help each other out. And you'll get some perks there that you're not going to find anywhere else. So I'll put a link in the description and it'd be great to see you there. I hope you enjoyed the video and this gave you a good idea of what this terrain looks like when compared to some of the other miniatures on the battlefield. And thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Game.